glad you're here with me today. So this week my project was cleaning out the kitchen a little bit, and I have this one drawer in my kitchen that I'm sure a lot of you have in your house. It's called a catch-all drawer. Some people call it a junk drawer, but it's not full of junk. It's full of really useful things I use pretty much every day. And so I want you to come and look at my junk drawer. So this drawer, I was trying to clean it out, but the hard part is everything in here I need. So I have a whole bunch of random stuff that I use all the time. I have tape for when I hang up all these pictures, glasses for if I need to read things close up. I have my hair ties. I have, fingernail clippers in here. So if I ever have a hangnail, or I just need to cut my fingernails, they're in there. When I write people letters or something, or I have to scribble down notes, I have markers in here. I like to use markers because they're bright. So I have instructions to all my appliances, my user manuals. So all of this is great because it all serves a purpose. Even random stuff like this. It's a cap to chapstick that Ollie took off my chapstick this morning. I can't find the chapstick, but I have the cap. And this way, when I find the chapstick, I'll be able to put the lid on it. And all of this stuff in here is useful, but for different things. Do you guys know what this is? Can you read it? It's adhesive glue. It's like super glue. It fixes everything. Do you know what these are? They're earplugs. So here's the thing. I can't just say, well, I have to decide between the two. Okay, I'll throw these earplugs out. Because then, one day when I need earplugs, what am I going to do? Am I going to take this super glue and just stick it in my ear? Doesn't really work like that. Or if I need to glue something together, am I going to try to stick the earplugs in between to hold it together? No, that's not what they do. They're two totally different things. Am I going to use this to write a note? No, I'm going to use my marker to write a note. So all of the things in here are super useful, but in different ways. And if a tiny little object that costs 5 cents, thumbtack, has a purpose and is useful, what do you think that means for you, a really valuable person? These have a purpose. You have a purpose. God, who created everything and is indescribable, made you in his image. That means you're more valuable and you're worth more than all the little things I have in this drawer. Actually, we're going to be reading about that today in the book of Esther. The brave queen, found in Esther 1 through 10. Esther was Jewish. That means she was an Israelite. She lived in the land of Persia with her older cousin Mordecai. The king of Persia needed a new queen. He announced, "Bring me the most beautiful women from all over my kingdom." Esther was one of the women sent to the palace. When the king met Esther, he chose her to be his queen. Haman was the king's chief helper. He hated the Jewish people. They were God's people. Haman wanted everyone to bow down to him. Mordecai refused to bow down to Haman. Mordecai would only bow down to God. Good job, Mordecai. Haman went to the king. He said, "The Jews are bad people. You should sign a law that will help me get rid of them." So the king signed the new law. God's people were in great danger. Uh-oh. Mordecai heard about the new law. He ran to tell Esther, "You must save yourself and the rest of God's people. Perhaps God has made you the queen for this reason." He told her, "Maybe this is your purpose." So Esther came up with a plan. It would be very risky for her. Esther invited the king and Haman to a special dinner. Then she asked the king, "Why does Haman want to get rid of me?" The king was surprised. She said, "I am Jewish." Haman tricked you into signing a new law that would get rid of all the Jews, even the queen. The king told his guards, "Arrest Haman!" Then he made Mordecai his new chief helper. He told Queen Esther, I will make a new law that will keep you and your people safe. God used Esther to save his people. So God used Esther for that purpose, to save a whole bunch of people, to save her own life, but to also save all these people. Now, there was a time when Esther woke up and she maybe didn't know that was the purpose God had for her. But she let her family speak into her life. She let God speak into her life. Some days we know exactly what our purpose is. Our mom needs help with something and we help her. And that's the purpose we have for today. Some days we wake up and we say, God, I don't know how you want to use me. But in those times we pray to God. We say, God, if you give me an opportunity to show other people love, to be helpful, to show how great you are, use me that way. So if you don't know what your purpose is, just keep praying and asking God, because believe me, he created you special and he created you for a purpose. So some of you have started memorizing our memory verse for this month. If you have, say it out loud with me. If not, you could get a Bible and look it up. It's in Psalm 145, verse 3, and it says, Lord, you are great. You are really worthy of praise. No one can completely understand how great you are. You guys, I'm so glad that you're here with us this week. I'm so glad that God made all of us with a purpose. You, me, everybody out there, your family. We all have a purpose. Go find yours and serve Jesus.